Lynn, the next question directly addresses the failure to implement the HBPA. It says, Mr. LaRouche, when the Obama administration took office, they basically continued the Bush administration's program of voluntary loan modification. They sweetened the deal by paying banks to reduce the principal or interest, spending approximately $75 billion for the banks, which is money, by the way, that in our estimate should have gone directly to homeowners. But with the most distressed mortgages having been converted to securities and the banks that collect the payments not wishing to get sued, the program is, quite frankly, a bust. Even the Treasury says that only 50,000 mortgages, give or take, have been modified. But that's out of several million at immediate risk of foreclosure. Treasury keeps telling Congress to wait a few months to let the program kick in. But according to our study on this, the program is actually going backward. Out of a sample of 3.5 million subprime and Alt-A mortgages, I guess, Alt-A mortgages are undocumented mortgages better known as liar loans. That's what I have. That's what you all have too, I know. What is this? Okay, well, what it says is that if you take the 3.5 million loans that fit into this category, that are only, 3.5 million is the number that are handled by 5 of the nation's biggest lenders. There are apparently a lot more than that. But what he is saying is out of the 3.5 million, 23,749 were modified in February, but only 19,041 in May, and then only 18,078 in June. Meanwhile, foreclosures right now in progress are over 844,000. The consequence of this failure is a continuing downward spiral of more vacant homes, continuing declines in property values and home equity, depressed home construction, and incredible stresses on homeowners who spend every penny of disposable income to try to stay in their houses. There is nothing other than a Roosevelt-scale mortgage refinancing program with one goal: to keep people from losing their homes that we believe is acceptable. Our proposal is the following. 1, when a bank forecloses, according to their own figures, they lose 63% of the loan value. Therefore, what we are proposing is to freeze foreclosures and then reduce the monthly payment of the homeowner by 63%. It establishes a fair value. The bank wouldn't get any more by foreclosing, so they have no right to complain. And it allows people to stay in their homes. It's not the HBPA, but it is a direct government intervention to address what is otherwise a full-scale catastrophe. Do you view this as a workable proposal?
It's one of those situations where you've got a legislation which does solve the problem, which is the HBPA, because it dovetails into the whole reconstruction program. And I think the HBPA is an easier project. I think it can be revived much more easily than this kind of thing. And this would cover it. And we'd just make it retroactive. Say it should have been done. It was proposed, it should have been done. And you could probably blackmail some people in the Congress to accept that. I think now, because you've got the lynch mobs out looking for these guys, these congressmen, I think under these conditions they're going to tend to be more malleable.